Mega morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm, of course, your host, Mega Mike the Movie Man here. Today, we are going to be talking some awesome movie news, but of course, a special shout out to all the fathers out there. So, happy Father's Day. Hope you all are doing well and just having a great time today. Hopefully, watching some movies, of course. But yeah, let's get into the setup for today. So, we're going to cover three movie news stories as usual. Let me go ahead and bring up what those news stories are going to be. We're going to talk about the Mortal Kombat 2 full cast is finally revealed. So we know all the characters and we know the cast that are playing those roles. So we're going to go over that news. And then, of course, we got the director confirmed for Batman Brave and the Bold, of course, part of DC's Gun universe. So that's going to be really interesting to talk about. And then number three, kind of more in the rumor category, speculation area, we're going to talk some possible release dates here for Spider-Man 4 and Venom 3, or maybe some other Sony superhero movies. So we're definitely going to have a fun time speculating on all of that. Also, of course, towards the end, we'll have an Ask Anything section, so you can ask any question your heart desires about the channel, about movies in general, or just anything fun about life out there. So we're definitely going to have that section, but definitely try to follow along with the movie news stories as we go through them to keep your questions and comments on the movie news story specifically. But like I said, we will get to the Ask Anything section where we can definitely talk about anything you all would like. Also, before I forget, let me go ahead and bring up this banner just to remind y'all, go ahead and mega smash that like and subscribe. Support the channel if you love movies and unlock thank you videos through super chats. Once again, that's the number one way to support the channel. Really does help any amount. And then check out Mega memberships for exclusive reviews and perks. Also, new Collectors Club merch available through the Spreadshirt link on the channel. So, a lot of great outfits out there with a lot of awesome Collector Club designs. So, definitely take a look at those. I know my order just arrived through the mail, and I was very pleased with how the design came out. So, very awesome. And then, of course, as we go through today, always let me know how does the video look, how does the audio sound, in case I need to adjust anything on the fly here. But let's go ahead and get into the audience just to see who's joining us this morning. And once again, I appreciate any comments, any questions. Let me know what you're doing out there. I know for some people it's breakfast time that are on the West Coast like me, but some people it's already lunchtime on the East Coast. So if you're munching on something, definitely shout it out. And even some people across the pond, it might be dinner time already. So definitely let me know, what are you munching on for dinner? Anything like that. It's always fun to hear what people are doing out there. But yeah, let's check into these comments. We got Adrian James saying good morning to you, Mike. And if memory serves correctly, Adrian James from the UK. So more dinner time for you, right, Adrian? What are you doing out there, and how are you doing? We got Lance Jackson saying, hey, 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 Mike, just at home eating breakfast, grits and bacon and eggs and toast. So, Lance, I'm guessing you are West Coast then, right? Yeah. Oh, that sounds like a delicious breakfast. Actually, I need a good big breakfast like that. The day, what did I eat? I actually had some protein waffles with some strawberries, some blueberries, some whipped cream on there. Sugar-free syrup, so a little bit healthier there. But yeah, definitely enjoyed that. But I'm ready for like second breakfast. I'm like a hobbit out there. Is it second breakfast time? We can't forget about second breakfast. All right, we got my mom in the chat. Yes, Mega Movie Mom is here, you all. Hi, everyone. Happy Father's Day to all the dads. Absolutely. And once again, any fathers out there, let me know, how are you celebrating today? Are you watching any good movies? You going out to the movie theaters? Spending time with the family, going on a vacation, whatever you're doing out there, let me know what's going on for today. I got Lance Jackson saying another movie I like is called Get On Up, starring Chadwick Boseman as the godfather of Soul James Brown. Came out in 2014. You know what? I have not seen that movie. I've heard of the title. I totally forgot it had Chadwick Boseman. So that's interesting. Yeah, I definitely would like to check out that one in the future. Lance saying, and I'm just writing down every movie and TV shows and video games that I own because I might start downsizing. So Lance, you're getting ready to purge the collection is what I'm hearing, right? And you're kind of just taking inventory of everything. Yeah, it's always good to kind of have a purge cleanup, just so you have everything you really want in the collection. Get rid of the stuff you no longer need. I need to do that myself. My only trouble with that for me, and I don't want to go through all the hassle of all the technical stuff with, okay, how do I go sell it on a Macari or a eBay and go through that like posting, and then you got to ship it out and all. Yeah, to me, I'm always just like, too much of a hassle. We got Craig in the house saying, "Hi, Mike. Happy Father's Day." Well, thank you, Craig. I appreciate it. I have pets at the house. I got a couple dogs, so I'm like a pet father in a way. So, you know what? I guess I will count that and take a Father's Day. Thank you. But happy Father's Day to you, Craig, as well. And of course, everybody out there. Got Jacqueline Horror in the house. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. John Doe Gigolo, happy Father's Day to all the dads. Let's get this Sunday rocking. Yeah, I love to hear that. Let's get awake. Let's get it rocking today. Celebrating, of course, internal melancholy. Saying good morning, Mega Mike and chat. We got the 4K lowdown. I know you're a father out there. Happy Father's Day. What's up, Mega Mike? What's up? John Joe Gigolo. Just got done prepping up pork on the smoker. That sounds delicious. Oh, some barbecue with that pork. Yes, that sounds really good. I definitely want some of that. Mm-mm-mm. Let's see. Internal melancholy. It's noon, but lunch isn't until 1 o'clock for you. Okay. Are you working today? Internal melancholy. Is that what you're saying? And 1 o'clock is your lunchtime. Well, you got a little bit to go. So yeah, but hope you have a good lunch. So, what are the plans for lunch? What are you going to eat? That's what I want to know. Craig saying barbecue today at Sauce's Barbecue. Ooh, I'm guessing that's a restaurant. That sounds good. I love barbecue food. Don't have enough of that around me. But oh yeah, barbecue is great. Movies of Ryan. Hey Mike and everyone. Hey Ryan. Jacqueline Horace saying hello to Ryan. Got 4K low down saying what's up, Ryan. Emlo saying howdy all. It's afternoon here, enjoying a watermelon lemon smoothie. Woo! That sounds like it would kill my stomach because of the acid with the lemon, but the watermelon, that does sound delicious. Yeah, I need a good smoothie. You know what? I have not had a smoothie in a while. I need to get a smoothie sooner rather than later. So, yeah, sounds so good. Everybody's saying hello to each other. John Joe Gigolo saying, gonna watch Avatar 2 with dad. Nice. And it's streaming right now on Disney Plus and Max, I think. So that's fantastic. Has your dad seen Avatar 2 yet? Have you seen Avatar 2 yet? Is this gonna be a first time watch for you both? Let me know that. I had a great time with the movie myself in the theater. I thought it was an awesome experience, especially doing it 3D IMAX. Felt like you were swimming with the fishies and all that. Thought that was really cool. I did pre-order though my 4K copies of Avatar 1 and 2 from what's it called? Disney Movie Club because they give you like a discount on the second one if you order them together. So I thought I'd save myself some money and I'll get them into the collection. So yeah, I hope the in-home experience is just as good as the theater experience. So yeah, I can't wait to check them out again myself. Moves of Ryan saying, "Hey David, Dimension Scott in the house. How's it going, Mike? Oh, it's going good, Dimension. Let's see the 4K lowdown saying going to barbecue at my dad's with my kids and grandkids, 4 generations in one place. Happy Father's Day. Yeah, that is awesome. Generations all together, all about family. Yes, that's wonderful. Excellent. Adrian James, yeah, saying Happy Father's Day. Lance saying, no, I'm from Illinois because my parents are running around. Well, that's why I'm eating breakfast late. Ooh, a late breakfast. Still a good breakfast. I mean, you can have breakfast anytime. You can even have breakfast for dinner time. You ever do that? That's fun. Having a breakfast for dinner as well. Yeah, you can never go wrong with breakfast food. It's always good. Ryan saying, Lance, you are my state neighbor. Oh, nicely. There you go. Let's see, John Joe Gigolo saying we've not seen Avatar 2 yet. It'll be the first watch. Oh, nice. I hope you really love the movie. I know people are mixed on the movie. Some people are like, it's like just like Avatar, blah 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 blah. Some people really loved it. I really liked it. It was like my top 5 of last year when it came out. And I thought it was really good. I thought it was a big improvement over the first one. in terms of story and everything. It is a long movie, so kind of strap yourself in for that. But you're at home, you can take breaks and all that good stuff. But I was happy with my watch. John Joe Gigolo saying, hoping to watch it at home in 3D soon. Ooh, watching it. So you're gonna get the 3D physical copy then? Um, that's cool. Yeah. So you have a 3D TV then? Because I don't. Yeah, my TV is definitely not 3D. So you would need a 3D TV, right? And then the 3D copy, and a player that does 3D, right? I don't assume every player can do that. So you need all of those components to get the 3D experience. But that's cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I wish I had that set up. All right, so let's get into these news stories because that's what you all are here for. Once again, as we go through these news stories, I want to hear all your thoughts, all your comments, all your questions. And so let's bring up this first one. We're going to talk about the Mortal Kombat 2. Finally, the full cast is revealed. So let's bring up this news story here. Once again, I will get all these articles linked in the description below after the show. But yeah, let's bring up what we have here. So, Ford will play Shao Kahn, Desmond Chiam will play King Jared, Anna will play Sindel, and Damon Harriman will play Quan Chi in the sequel to 2021's Mortal Kombat. IGN has learned they joined Carl Urban, who will play movie star Johnny Cage, as well as Adeline Rudolph as the assassin Katana, and Tati Gabriella as Jade. IGN has also confirmed that most of the original cast will be returning for the sequel as well, including Louis Tan as Cole Young, Jessica McNamee as Sonya Blade, Josh Lawson as Kano, let's see, Asano as Lord Raiden, Brooks as Jax, Ludi Lin as Liu Kang, Chen Han as Shang Tsung, Joe Taslim as Bai Han and Sub Zero, Hiroyuki Sanada as Hanzo Ashashi and Scorpion, and Max Wang as Kung Lao. Simon McCoy returns to direct Mortal Kombat 2 with Jeremy Slater writing the screenplay. It's being produced by Atomic Monsters' James Wan and Michael Clear, Broken Road Productions, Todd Garner, Simon McCoy, and E. Bennett Walsh. It does not currently have a release date. So who knows when this movie is actually going to come out? I would have loved a release date confirmed as well. But I'm excited for these characters. I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan. That's my go-to video game franchise. I've played, I believe, pretty much all the video games. I've been playing them since my childhood. I really want to get the new one too. Mortal Kombat 1 looks amazing. But this movie, this group of characters here, I'm excited for, especially Quan Chi, amazing character who's a sorcerer, who's evil, usually works for Shinnok, and he kind of just goes back and forth between people too. He's very devious, let's say that. Kind of very similar to Shang Tsung, right? Both spellcasters, but he can raise people from the dead and control them and all this wild stuff too. He's always a really fun character to play as in the game. So very excited to hear Quan Chi is going to be in this cast of characters now. And his cast member, the actor that's playing him, I haven't seen him in a ton of stuff. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong here, but he played Charles Manson in some projects. Was it on a show? Was it in a movie? I wonder if it was on the show Mindhunter. Maybe that was a possibility. But that's the only role I really know about. But yeah, you know what? So excited once again just to see what they bring to the role here because a lot of these actors and actresses are a little bit less known. I mean, they've been in smaller projects and things of that nature, but this might really give them that big stardom maybe they're looking for, which is really cool. I mean, of course, if they do a good job in the movie, but happy to see Quan Chi there. You also got King Jared, which some people don't know, but King Jared's a crucial character because that's the father of Katana, right? Like the true father. And then, of course, Shao Kahn gets in there, takes out King Jared, gets with Sindel, and then, Katana's like the adopted daughter of Shao Kahn, right? But so happy to have King Jared in there. That means they're sticking somewhat to the lore of Mortal Kombat, so that's excellent. So I appreciate that. So those are definitely a couple characters that really stick out to me here. And once again, we got Sindel there. You need to have Sindel. That's the only way to make it make sense with, King Jared, Shao Kahn, Katana. So we got Sindel. Really cool that Sindel's in the movie. So hopefully they do Sindel justice, unlike Annihilation, right? Everybody remembers that one, right? And then, of course, we got Shao Kahn, right? And the actor just looks like perfect casting for Shao Kahn. Look at that again. That actor right there. Well, I don't even know if he's acted in stuff before, but I believe he's a bodybuilder of sorts. And he just looks the part of Shao Kahn. So he definitely has that look to be very intimidating, to be ruthless, and just to strike fear into these combatants. So I think all these are great casting choices here. Once again, not super well known cast members here, but this movie's on a budget, right? So you can't get the most famous actors and actresses out there. That totally makes sense. But at least they're getting the characters correct, right? At least they're getting these character choices, and then hopefully they stick with the lore of Mortal Kombat, and hopefully they're fleshed out properly. It's all in the writing, but we have a different writer on this movie than the last Mortal Kombat. So hopefully the writing has improved. That was one of my big issues with that first movie. There was some potential in that first movie. They had some cool sequences. I love the action with the fighting. The fatalities were really cool. They had some awesome characters. But the writing, the script wasn't really there. Different writer for this movie, so I like that improvement. Now we have the same director. That is something I'm kind of questioning a little bit, because I didn't love the directing in the first movie either. I thought that was another problem. But at least different writer, and hopefully that makes enough improvements here. But once again, it's awesome to see that this is the full cast now. So now how does the story play out? We'll have to wait and see. But then that means, well, by knowing what cast members and characters are in this movie, we know who's not showing up in this movie. So what story are they sticking to? I mean, that's the question. Is it really going to be like now the Mortal Kombat first game where it goes into the tournament on the Shang Tsung Island? I would love to see that. To me, that would be a true Mortal Kombat movie. Is that the direction we're going with? I'm guessing it is, but we do not know yet. But I hope that's how they're going. But let's see everybody's thoughts. I mean, once again, what do you all think of these characters? Did you ever play Mortal Kombat? Do you recognize these characters? Even if you haven't played Mortal Kombat from the first two movies back in the 90s, right? Yeah, even Annihilation, right, has some of these characters. What do you think of those characters in those movies? Hopefully they're done better here. And then, yeah, I mean, and do you guys recognize those actor names at all that I brought up in the news story? So let's hear everybody's thoughts on that before we move on. So let's see. We got Caveman Movies and More saying, "Hey everyone, happy Father's Day. Everyone hit that like button for this cool cat. Thank you. I've never been called a cool cat, so I will take it. Yay." But yeah, definitely hit that like button. And you are a cool cat as well, Caveman Movies and More. So yeah, hit that like button. Don't forget, very easy, very quick to do, and very much helps out the channel and spreads the word on the video, of course. Caveman Movies and More saying hey to everybody in the chat. That is awesome. All right. So nobody had thoughts on this Mortal Kombat news. Are you guys not excited for this Mortal Kombat movie? Did you guys not like the first Mortal Kombat movie? I get it. I wasn't a massive fan of that first one, and I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan in general. But I told you that movie was off to me. So of course I'm going to see Mortal Kombat 2. I want to see it opening day, best premium theater I can get possible. But I'm still one that is very cautious on it, even though, like I said, I'm a big fan of the video games, but some of the movies in there have been kind of tough. 95 is still the best one. 95 was such a good Mortal Kombat movie. Just did the tournament perfectly. But all right, so I guess no comments on Mortal Kombat. Now it's time to move on. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Oh, wait. Let's see. We got one comment here. K-Man Movies and More says, first one was such a letdown, so hard to get excited. I know. The first one was a letdown. I agree. And I was super hyped for the first one too. So I'm not going to go in this overly hyped. I'm going to go in with modest expectations here. But we have improvements already, right? We got a different writer. That's a step in the right direction. We got an awesome cast of characters, right? Some big known characters like Sindel, Shao Kahn, Quan Chi, right? So it looks like they're getting certain ingredients together. Now it just depends, how do they mix the ingredients, right? How do they display them on screen for us. Is the pacing fixed? I thought that was a big problem with the first movie. The pacing was so weird. Like the first third of the first movie was actually pretty good. I'll give them credit on the first third. I was getting into it. Okay, we're getting introduced to characters. We had Reptile, which kind of looked weird. That's my favorite character, and he was just in reptile monster form. I prefer him as a ninja, but nonetheless, I thought we had good introductions of some of these characters. But we get into that second part, that middle part, where I don't know what is going on. We're like at what? Mortal Kombat training camp, just a lot of chit chat, talking stuff, and then the villains show up. It was so weird. But we stayed in that area for the longest time, and we didn't even get to a true Mortal Kombat tournament. That was a problem. We had a kind of a pseudo Mortal Kombat tournament in the last 15 minutes of the movie, but everything was just sped up so quickly in those last fights. It's like you blink and you missed it. What? I go to Mortal Kombat for a Mortal Kombat tournament. I want that to be the main focus of the movie. And so the pacing was so off in that first one. But like I said, the first third was pretty good, had some potential. And then I don't know what happened. Just it fell apart. Yeah. And they did some characters dirty, like Goro. Oh my gosh. What was that? That was bad. Yeah, I could not get down with that. No. And then of course, Cole Young, right? New character. Why did we introduce a new character? Mortal Kombat has such great lore, has a ton of great characters. Like we just talked about, a lot of new characters are going into this movie here, the sequel. Yeah, you know what? And there's tons of characters. There's like over what, 60 something fighting characters that have been on Mortal Kombat rosters out there. So you could use so many characters. Why use a cool young? Made no sense. But hopefully, you know what? Hopefully it's changed for this time around. Like we said, we got new characters. We got Johnny Cage in here finally, played by Carl Urban, which is a great acting talent. Don't know if he fits the role of Johnny Cage perfectly, but I'll give him a chance. So I think we're going in the right direction. But I get what you're saying. Still very cautious. Yes, I understand. Let's see. John Joe Gigolo said, "I enjoyed the first Mortal Kombat movie for what it was. There's good moments in it. There's definitely some good moments in it. Had potential, just didn't execute it properly by then." 4K Lowdown said, "Didn't hear much about the second one. I'll probably see it in the theater." Oh yeah, it's gonna be a theater watch, of course. I mean, you got to see those big fight sequences on the big screen, those fatalities, right? That's gonna be some of the fun stuff to the movie. Yeah. John Joe Gigolo saying, they always have to change up a video game movie, even one that has an easy transit. I don't know why they do that. Like, to me, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If the story's good to go and we haven't received an adaptation of that story truly, then just do an adaptation of that story, right? Why do we always feel the need? We got to change stuff. Got to change stuff. Sometimes you don't need to change stuff. Sometimes you do. Like, if it was the fourth Mortal Kombat installment, do I want a true for true remake going over to the same beats of the story? No, because we already got it done so many times. But we haven't got Mortal Kombat done so well so many times. That's my thing. So at that point, we don't need to change it up too much, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they do that personally, but all right, let's get into the next news story. Got to talk about Batman: Brave and the Bold. The director finally confirmed here. So let's go ahead and bring up this news story for you all. All right, Andy Muschietti is officially suiting up to direct a new Batman film. Variety can report exclusively. The film is one of several new DC Studios titles mapped out by leaders James Gunn and Peter Safran earlier this year. Muschietti, behind the weekend superhero release The Flash, will direct Batman the Brave and the Bold, the project based on the comic series authored by Grant Morrison, who Gunn called exceptionally influential on the DC Universe in January. The comics imagine a Bat family, where Bruce Wayne's biological son Damian serves as Robin to his dad's Batman. Muschietti's sister and creative partner Barbara will produce the project via their label Double Dream alongside Gunn and Safran. We saw The Flash even before taking the reins at DC Studios and knew we were in the hands of not only a visionary director, but a massive DC fan. Gunn and Safran told Variety of Muschietti, "It's a magnificent film, funny, emotional, thrilling, and Andy's infinity and passion for these characters and this world just resonates through every frame. So when it came time to find a director for The Brave and the Bold, there was really only one choice. Luckily, Andy said yes. Barbara signed on to produce with us, and we were on our way. They are an extraordinary team, and we couldn't have better or more inspiring uh, choices. Sorry. Let's see. Oh, partners, as we embark on this thrilling new venture in the DCU. So, wow, exciting news there. So, we got the director, Andy Muschietti. Once again, he is the director of the Flash movie. And I just saw the Flash right this weekend. I enjoyed the movie all. It was a fun time, very entertaining. I was never bored. A lot of great references in there. So, I had a good time with the Flash movie. Now, was it my favorite superhero movie of all time? No. Actually, it was my fourth favorite superhero movie of this year so far. First, I really liked Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So that's my number one of the year so far. Then I really liked Shazam Fury of the Gods. Not enough people saw that movie. I love that movie. I thought it was really entertaining. Next, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Great movie. Very innovative. Really enjoyed that one. And then I'd put at number four, The Flash. So once again, not a perfect movie. I don't even know if I would say a great movie. But it was good. It was solid, and there was a lot of stuff going right with it. So I did appreciate it. And so to have now that director, Andy Muschietti, direct, or get chosen to direct Batman Brave and the Bold, this gives me more excitement for this new Batman movie. It gives me some hope for Gunn's DC universe because very capable director. Once again, not only did The Flash, but also did the It movies. And I really like the It movies, both parts for It. I know some people don't like part two. I actually prefer part two slightly over part one. That's just me. So I think he's a very capable director and he has a certain style, certain flavor. So if we keep that same flavor he had for the Flash movie, bring that over to Batman Brave and the Bold, I think it's going to be a fun time. And I like that. I like it's not going to be, the Batman style, right? By Matt Reeves. It's going to be way different tonally, at least I'm guessing. And I'm happy with that. I want them to be differentiated so that way they don't, kind of mix together those two movies. But if it's as good as The Flash, I'll be happy. If it's even better, great. So if we can keep kind of that level, not going to have any problems with the movie. Now, in terms of the movie itself, and I got to hear your guys' thoughts on it if you're excited for Batman Brave and the Bold. Um, I'm fine with it. Once again, I'm probably more excited for the Batman 2 being directed by Matt Reeves. That one I'm probably more excited for, just because, once again, this story here with Batman and you have Robin, Damian Wayne. I wouldn't have gone with that Robin personally. I would have gone with the original Robin, Richard Grayson, right? Dick Grayson. I would have gone with that Robin. And actually, I probably would have gone with some other Robins even before Damian Wayne. Damian Wayne, he's just like not one of my favorite Robins. Like I would have gone with a Jason Todd Robin and set up a Red Hood storyline, or even Tim Drake would have been fine. I don't know, Damian Wayne. I've never been a massive Damian Wayne fan, but that's just me. As some people love the Damian Wayne Robin character, so that kind of throws me off just a little bit. But it is something different. It's something we've never seen before. So it'll be interesting to see how they execute on it. But what do you guys think of them, choosing Andy Muschietti as the director for this one? Did you guys see The Flash yet, by the way? Did you like the direction style in there? Did you like the movie overall? Was this a good choice for Batman Brave and the Bold? Let's hear those thoughts as well. Let's see. I know we got some comments going here. All right, let's see. We have Basement Blues in the house. Yes, Tony, hello. And happy Father's Day out there to you. Yes, everybody's saying hello to Basement Blues. Yep, happy Father's Day. Let's see. We got Internal Melancholy saying, I love Batman, so I'm ready for more Batman movies. And we're going to get a ton of Batman stuff. Like I said, we got the Batman 2 with Matt Reeves, which sounds like it's going to be pretty interesting. I think last talk was they're going to have Clayface in it, and then I think Two-Face, right? I think those were the last villain characters I heard about, which was really interesting because at first I thought they were going to do Mr. Freeze. I don't know if they're doing Mr. Freeze anymore, but Clayface and Two-Face right? A lot of faces in there, I guess. I think that could be a fun, interesting story. I'd like to see those villains, especially Clayface. We haven't seen yet live action form, so I want to see how they approach that villain character. But it's Matt Reeves. Matt Reeves directs, pretty good movies. He did a solid job with some of the Planet of the Apes movies, and he did a pretty good job with the Batman. Now, I didn't love the Batman like most people loved it. I really liked it. Thought it was good. Thought it was solid. Um, but I could see the potential for a really good sequel there. So, but yeah, and then we got Batman Brave and the Bold. So there you go. You're gonna get like two different kinds of Batman movies in a very close time frame. It looks like. So that's great if you're a Batman fan. Hopefully they're both good. But if one's bad, at least you have the other one, which is nice. Let's see, caveman movies and more. Now I'm excited for Batman. Is it going to be animated or live action? Live action, from what I understand. So yeah, both are going to be live action. The Batman 2 and Batman Brave and the Bold. I think most of the movies they announce, at least in Gunn's universe, I think it was mostly all live action stuff. The only thing I think I heard that might be animated, which I thought it was live action at first, but somebody said it's going to be animated. That might be a TV show series, is Creature Commandos, which got me really disappointed because I prefer live action. Like if I can take stuff live action, I will take a live action. Doesn't mean I don't like animation. There's a lot of animation stuff I really enjoyed, like Across the Spider-Verse. I really enjoyed that. That works really well as animation. But majority of the time, 9 out of 10 times, if you ask me, would you prefer live action uh, to animation on this, I would say yes, I would prefer live action. But yeah, I think this is going to be, so we're going to get two live action Batman movies. Uh, but I don't know. This DC Gun universe is going to turn out interesting because they were saying the Blue Beetle movie is included in this new universe, which at first, before way back when, I didn't think it was going to be. I thought like Blue Beetle, like we were just getting through these last movies and then we were done, right? We were getting through The Flash, getting through Blue Beetle, Aquaman 2. But now I'm hearing reports that Blue Beetle is a part of the new DC universe. That's a little confusing to me. Hopefully that movie turns out good. If it doesn't turn out good, a gun might then say, "Oh wait, no, you misheard me. It's not a part of the new universe." I don't know. It's so weird. It's so weird how they're marketing and promoting these things too, because it's like, well, if you get too much people hyped up about the new stuff, then no one's going to care about these projects we already had. Like Shazam 2 got released right after Gunn announced this whole new slate for the DC universe. And then nobody cared about Shazam 2. Nobody went and saw Shazam 2. Once again, I love Shazam 2, my second favorite movie of the year. I thought it was so good, so funny, so charming, a great family movie everybody can watch. I mean, to me, it had a mixture of everything. I really liked it. And even after seeing The Flash, I even appreciate Shazam 2 more because I thought it was more cohesive and the story flowed a little bit better. But yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be weird, this new gun universe. I don't know if I'm completely sold yet, but once again, having talent like Andy Muschietti directing a project, that does give me a little bit more excitement and hope, I will say. All right, everybody's saying hello to each other. Movies of Ryan said, I misheard you at first. I thought you said Damon Wayne uh as Robin. That would have been a twist. Damon Wayne. Oh, no, not the actor, Damon Wayne. No, not Damian Wayne. Bruce Wayne's kid, not Damon Wayne. That would be great. That would be great. Damon Wayne is actually he's a great talent, right? He's very entertaining. I saw him actually like a live comedy performance at one of my local theater shows. He has a great stand-up comedy routine. I mean, that whole Wayne family, they're all very talented, right? All very, very talented, very funny. But yeah, that would have been an interesting casting choice right there. That would have been great. Yeah. Yeah, that would have been funny. But no, Damian Wayne, right? The comic book character. Let's see. John Joe Gigolo saying, I'm kind of thinking the same as you on the Batman Brave and the Bold. It is nice that something different is happening with Robin on screen. Haven't seen The Flash yet. Um, yeah, I'd be surprised for those who have seen The Flash what their thoughts are. It feels like The Flash is kind of divisive. Some people really like it, some people really don't care for it. Um, I thought it was fun though. I thought a lot of things worked really well in the movie. A lot of great fan servicey stuff. So just as a comic book fan, you're gonna have a good time with it. Kind of like people had a great time with Super Mario Brothers because of the fan servicey Easter egg, the cameo kind of stuff. You get a lot of that in the Flash movie, so you'll at least be pleased with that, I'm guessing. But I thought the story was good overall. I didn't think it was the best. Once again, I would have gone with going with the Flashpoint Paradox comic book story, the one that they did the DC animated movie as well on. I would have stuck more closely to that story because I thought that story was better overall, just in my opinion. But for what they went with, I thought it turned out pretty decent. Once again, not perfect, little few little areas in there that could have been improved. But overall, I liked it. I didn't have any major issues with the Flash. Some people I know were complaining about the visual effects. I like the visual effects, and I thought all the visual effects had a purpose. And once you see the movie, you'll get what I'm saying. Why I think they went those certain directions. Let's see. Craig saying haven't seen the Flash. Look forward to Batman too. Yeah, the Batman too. Yeah, but it's gonna be. I don't know. Are people gonna get confused out there now that we're gonna get two Batman movies? We'll see. I don't know. It's kind of interesting having multiple Batman movies. We always have so many Batman stuff, which is nice though. I'm a big Batman fan, so. Craig saying I like the Robin and Dark Knight Rise. Okay, yeah. So that was played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, right? He was the Robin type of character in The Dark Knight Rises. I thought he was really good in that movie. Once again, you guys know The Dark Knight Rises my favorite movie of all time, just in general. I thought he was really good in the movie. The one thing I didn't like about it though is how his actual name was Robin, which like no, just no. Like he should have been Richard Grayson, right? Dick Grayson. And then I think comic book fans would have picked up on him being Robin at that point. I don't know why they actually changed his name to Robin to make it more obvious. I guess the people that didn't know the comics. That was the only thing I didn't like. That little part at the end where she's reading the name. She's like, "Oh, you should go by your real name. It's Robin." You know what? Yeah. That's just me though. That's the comic book nerd in me going, wait a second. Nah, that's Robin's name isn't actually Robin. That's his persona. When he puts on the costume, that's not like his legal name. But that was just me. I know, small little issue, but rest of it was good. I thought Joseph Gordon-Levitt did a great job in the movie. Caveman Movies and More said, "Isn't there a new animated Batman supposed to be coming out?" I don't think a new animated one. I don't think it's animated. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong out there. I don't think Batman Brave and the Bold's animated. Another maybe Batman project, like a new TV series, maybe? Maybe. I don't know. You guys correct me if I'm wrong on this. I thought it was live action. Because why would they get Andy Muschietti for an animated movie? If it turns out to be animated, I'm done with it. I'll be very disappointed. Caveman Movies and More says Justice League World War is the new DC animated DCU movie. I heard about that one. You should play the trailer and give your thoughts, and everyone in the chat. That would definitely get this video demonetized. But I will check out the trailer later, and I do want to see that movie. I'm a pretty big fan of the DC animated stuff. Once again, not all of the stuff is great. Some of it's average, some of it's mediocre, but I always give them a chance. I do like to collect them. And so I definitely want to check that one out. And it just sounds like an interesting one. World War sounds like it has a historical premise flair mixed with it, which I really find intriguing. So I'm definitely going to check that one out, though, for sure. And then maybe I can update you all on my thoughts um, after I watch it on another morning show. Just remind me on that one, Caveman Movies and More, to give my thoughts on that. Basement Blue says the Waynes are very talented and very. I agree, they're all great. You got yeah, Damon Wayne, Marlon Wayne. Wait, was it Marlon I saw? I think it was Marlon I saw the stand-up comedy with. Yeah, I think it was Marlon Wayne that I saw the stand-up, but their dad as well. Um, right, they have a sister as well that's very talented. I think. I mean, just the whole family in general. Everything I've seen them on, very very talented. Caveman Movies and More. Tony, would be cool if Blank Man joined the DCU. You know what? I still need to see that movie. I've heard things about it. That is one I have not yet seen, But I do want to make that kind of as a goal in the future, a movie watching goal to watch every superhero movie that's ever existed. I don't know if I could find them all out there, right? Because I know there's some older classic ones that may be tougher to come across. But I would love just to do that as one of my movie goals. Maybe next year. Maybe next year that'll be a movie goal where I'm just like, I want to see every superhero movie of all time, right? Like even Superman and the Mole Men. I need to go see that classic one. That'd be kind of fun, right? Basement Blue says, I don't know if I would go that far. Let's see, John Joe Gigolo. Are all the DC animated movies standalone stories? For a while they were connected, right? Because they had that build up the Justice League Dark Apocalypse, I think so. So I think they were connected at one point. It's kind of confusing though to keep up with it because there's so many. Because they're releasing them what, like every few months, they always have a new one, at least at the minimum. So I don't even think I have all of them in my collection. I'm sure I missed out on a few here or there. So I don't know if they're all connected or they have different like timelines. I kind of almost imagine maybe it's like James Bond where they have like when it's a new actor, it's like a different timeline, something like that. I'm guessing. I'm just throwing stuff at the wall now, but I feel like a lot of them play as just standalone stories. Like I feel like you can watch one, you don't need to know the other ones, and you're okay. So if you want to give one of them a try, I would say, yeah, I've never had an issue where I watched one and I was like confused on, wait, did I miss something in the past one? No, no. To me, they play very standalone, even though some of them might be loosely interconnected. That's my best guess. But you guys let me know. That's seen the DC animated stuff. Your thoughts on that too. All right, so let's get into our next story here. All right, some more super news. Sony has just reserved dates for an untitled Sony Marvel movie, November 8, 2024, and June 27, 2025. Both will have access to IMAX screens. Let the speculation begin. Could be Venom 3, could be Tom Holland's next Spider Man movie. Whether or not it'll come to fruition, who knows? Holland added, but right now it's looking pretty good, and we'll just have to wait and see. Sony is killing it at the box office with this summer with the animated sequel, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which racked up 412 million and counting worldwide. So that's pretty exciting. We got some Sony release dates for we're guessing, these superhero movies because one of them says Marvel and Sony. Now everybody's speculating that could be the Tom Holland Spider-Man 4 movie, which it possibly could be, but I don't even think they have a script yet because of the writer's strike going on. So it's a possibility. It could be Spider-Man 4. I've also heard some people speculate it could be like a live action Miles Morales Spider-Man movie. Once again, that's another possibility too. So it could be either one of those, or could be something completely different. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a curveball in there. It's something different. The other one, once again, people are speculating the Venom 3, which is a possibility, but I haven't heard too much news on Venom 3. It could also be that Madam Web movie they've been working on, or Al Muerto, right? That's another Sony Spider Verse movie they're supposed to be working on. So I feel like it could be any of those three movies. I just think people are hoping Venom 3, which is why the article mentioned might be Venom 3. Now, let's go over our thoughts on this, and you guys let me know which movies you would hope these release dates would be for. So once again, I would love to see a Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland. We need that storyline continued. I enjoyed all the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. Now, some people love No Way Home. I'm probably in the unpopular opinion of I liked No Way Home. I quite liked it. I didn't love it though. I actually prefer Homecoming a lot more over that one. And I think I like Far From Home even more. Even though No Way Home had a lot of the great fan service cameo stuff, it seemed a lot of the plot was a little formulaic. But all three I quite enjoyed once again. So I'm ready for a fourth one. Well, like I said, we need the story to continue there with a fourth one. So I would be really happy if it was a Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland. If we got a Miles Morales action movie, that would be cool too. I'd be totally down for that one as well. Both work. In terms of the other one though, Venom 3, would I be excited for Venom 3? I don't know. I like the first two Venom movies. They were fun, action, entertaining, popcorn eating kind of movies. I had a good time with them. They had some humor in them. They weren't too long of movies, so they were quick watches, which I appreciated. So I liked them. I didn't love them. I liked them. So a Venom 3, I wouldn't mind, but I don't know how hyped I would be. But I'm probably more excited for Venom 3 than a Madam Web movie. That movie just with right, they're saying Dakota Johnson and all that. I don't know what they do with that kind of movie. That's gonna be a bizarre one. So, do I even think they should do a Madam Web movie? Probably not. And then, El Muerto. Once again, I'm, like, not even a little excited for that one, right? They're getting Bad Bunny. For El Muerto, it seems kinda more gimmicky, where they're really trying to sell people on it. "Oh, it's Bad Bunny, so come see the movie because of that." But, I mean, El Muerto is just what, like a C level character or a D level? I mean, there's so many other great Spider-Man villains I would do way before El Muerto. And I don't know if I'm down with the Spider-Verse stuff where we're doing these separate villain stories. To me, I wanna see Spider-Man fight these villains. I just want Spider-Man movies, and rather than just focus on giving us some really great Spider-Man movies, give us a Spider-Man movie every 2 years instead of these standalone Spider-Verse villain side stories, projects. I would rather, and you guys let me know your thoughts. What would you prefer? Do you like these side villain stories of doing like the separate Venom movies? And I know some people were disappointed with the Venom movies. They weren't rated R, so you didn't see Venom like, tearing people in half or like actually eating people, right? It would cut away from those scenes. Which I didn't mind. I thought PG-13 was fine. Would it work better as R? Maybe. Who knows? Um, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm down with the Spider-Verse stuff. We got a Craven the Hunter 2 coming out, which the story has sounded a little odd to me so far, and the look of Craven the Hunter, I don't know. I don't feel like they're getting the look correctly. Ugh. And once again, I'd rather see these villains against Spider-Man. Like, right? Isn't that the whole point? Because isn't Craven the Hunter supposed to be hunting down Spider-Man? Because Spider-Man's like the biggest game in town, right? He's supposed to be a real opponent for Craven the Hunter, right? That to me, that story makes sense. Having a story without Spider-Man is a little bit odd to me. So yeah, I personally rather just have the Spider-Man movies, and yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it throws me off. It throws me off these Spider-Verse. I mean, is anybody really excited for a Madam Web movie? Is there any Madam Web fans out there? All right, let's check into these comments. I want to see what you guys are thinking here. Let's see. Oh, Caveman Movies and More saying they, for the most part, stand alone except the death of Superman and the Superman. Yeah, those two go together. Yep. They release them separately and then combine them in their other individual release. Yeah, they also did that with The Long Halloween. They had two parts and then they had a release on 4K of them combining them. Um, Actually, both are pretty good. Those are actually not bad ones to check out. Caveman Movies and More saying Craven the Hunter is supposed to be another Spider-Man Sony owned property. Hopefully, they do a better job than they did for Morbius. Ooh, yep, you reminded everybody of Morbin time. You know what? I had fun with Morbius for what it was. It kind of reminded me of a 90s superhero movie where it wasn't great, but you know what? I had a good time. It had some good action stuff in it. So I didn't hate the movie like most people did. I can watch it. But I didn't love it once again, and I want these superhero movies to be movies I love. Like going back to Spider-Man 1 and 2 from Sam Raimi. I love those movies. Some of the best superhero movies we've ever got. Once again, like some of the Homecoming stuff, very, very good. Uh, I'd rather them have the less quantity, I guess you could say, more focus on the quality. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know how this Craven the Hunter one's gonna go. Emlo saying Spider-Man No Way Home was just okay, in my opinion. To me, like I said, my least favorite out of the Spider-Man Homecoming trilogy. I prefer Homecoming, then Far From Home, then No Way Home. I thought was once again pretty formulaic, and yeah, so I had the issues with No Way Home, but they had some cool fan service stuff in it. But I thought it was way overhyped. Let's see, Ben Grimm saying turn all his villains into heroes. Oh, I hate that. Oh gosh, why can't the villains just be villains anymore? Like some people are just villains. But you gotta have good villains too. I have this awesome documentary. I wish I had it close by. I could show you guys. It was a really good one. It talks all about the DC villains, and the importance of the DC villain, right? And it goes into like their psychology and everything like that. It's really, really cool. Forgot what it was called. I have to mention it later somewhere. But it's really, really good. But it talks about you need to have a villain. Without the villain, you have no hero. So why make all these villains into heroes? And we're just gonna have a bunch of heroes running around? No. Sometimes we just got a good villain, right? Like in Guardians of the Volume 3, the High Evolutionary was a villain, right? Bad to be bad. We didn't need this whole backstory of like, what did he grow up with some kind of trauma and things like that. No, we didn't need that. High evolutionary, we were meant to, just despise this villain and its cruelty um to these animals and things of this nature, right? But he was a really good villain, right? He did his job properly right there as a villain. And I think you need that because then we really care about when the villain and the heroes clash. It makes it more meaningful, makes it more emotional, right? High stakes. But if it's always all the villains just turn into heroes, right? Or they're anti-heroes, whatever you want to call them. I don't know. It loses something for me. Does anybody feel that way out there? To me, it loses it. To me, I just want some villains that are villains to be villains. Okay, that's what I want to see. So I don't like that. Yeah. So if they make Craven the Hunter just another anti-hero, I mean, they already did that with Venom, right? Venom's an anti-hero now. I mean, no, I'm not feeling that. Definitely not feeling that. Let's see, John Joe Gigolo. I only know of Madam Web because of the '90s Spider. Me too, me too. I remember her in the that animated series, which was really cool. Had some really cool trippy sequences, but to make a whole movie off of that character, really, really, I don't know. It's off. It's off. Once again, it just feels odd to me. Let's see, caveman movies and more. Didn't they try to make all of the villains and the heroes in the Suicide Squad, which they would have developed Will Smith's Deadshot character more? And I do like the first Suicide Squad movie. I know a lot of people hate that one. Once again, I don't think it's great, but I can enjoy it for what it is. And I like Deadshot in there. Will Smith did a fantastic job as Deadshot. And of course, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. So I really like those 2 characters. I thought they were very, very good in the movie. Of course, we had some script problems and how the story played out was a little mumble jumbled and nothing too exciting. I get it, but there was good moments in the movie. And yeah, I would have liked to seen that Will Smith's Deadshot a little bit more. But the Suicide Squad makes sense to kind of play in that way because I mean they're still villains in a way, but I don't know. I just thought it worked a little bit more with Suicide Squad, and I thought the Suicide Squad movies overall did a good job. Yeah, I didn't have any issues with them, but I mean they were still villains at the end of the day, right? I don't think anybody said like, "Oh, now they are a complete hero," right? I know I still felt like they were villains, but of course there was other traits about them that maybe I don't know shined a better light on them. I don't know how you would say it, but I think they played the Suicide Squad well. Let's see, caveman movies and more. Jared Leto as the Joker. I didn't care for. I didn't care for that one either. I thought his scenes were okay though, and probably could have used a little bit more of him. But his Joker overall probably would be my least favorite Joker we've ever gotten. Like I'm a big Heath Ledger fan. Really like Jack Nicholson's Joker. Um, so maybe probably towards the lower end of Joker tier for me. But I didn't think he did an awful job, and at least he did play differently. He was like the gangster Joker, right? Which was something different we haven't seen before. So I'll give them props on that. But we just didn't get a lot of him very underdeveloped, right? Because they were cutting out scenes with him, things of that nature. So yeah, that movie was very stitched together in a Frankenstein kind of way. That's why everybody's saying release the air cut of a Suicide Squad and all that. That's never gonna happen. But like the movie had potential, for sure had some potential. All right, so now we're into the ask anything section. So anything, and also just what are you doing out there? I'm always happy to give out some shout outs for, what is everybody doing out there today? I don't think we heard everybody's Father's Day plan out there. Did we yet? I don't think we heard a lot of people's plans. Let me know. What are you doing on Father's Day to celebrate? Are you going anywhere? Right? Spend time with family. or if you're just chilling at home watching a good movie, what movies do you plan on watching today? Let me hear that for sure. But then also just ask anything you'd want, any questions about any movies in general, life in general. It doesn't necessarily have to be about the news stories we covered today. So anything, ask anything in this section. I want to get these comments filled up here. And as you guys are putting in some last minute comments, let me just go ahead and kind of update you guys on what to look forward onto the channel next and just promote a few items here. All right, so if you missed it, a couple things that we did cover recently. We did have a Flash pregame show, which was fantastic. We had an amazing panel for that. That was on Tuesday night last week. Now, this Tuesday, we're going to do the post game show. Okay, it's going to look like this, right? We're going to have our post game show for The Flash, which I'm very excited about. Now, if you have not yet seen The Flash yet, I would encourage you to try to go see The Flash before you watch the post game, because the post game will be spoiler discussion. In case you don't care about spoilers, then fine, join in anyway. But I would say best way to do it is first watch the pregame show. If you haven't yet seen the pregame show on The Flash, we did. Watch the pregame show. Go watch The Flash, of course. Like I said, I think you'll have a good time. If you're a superhero fan, think there's enough in there that you'll definitely be entertained by it. You'll watch The Flash, and then once again, you'll tune in Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so a little bit later, um, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the post game show. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Super excited for that. And then if you missed it, we had a Collectors Club episode that was last Sunday, so a week ago. We had the Collectors Club episode where it was all superhero themed. So if you're a big superhero fan, we talked superhero collectibles, showed a lot of cool stuff off. I mean, all the panel members had amazing stuff to show. I was really impressed by all that. We talked a lot about superhero movies and just superhero news and all that stuff going on in the superhero world today. That was really fun. So if you missed the Collectors Club episode, definitely check out the replay on the channel for sure. And then, of course, we have merch out there. So just to remind everybody of the merch, different design logos out there. That one was designed by Huck, which is super cool design. You can get it on hoodies, shirts, tote bags. This one, which I really like this one here, I picked up a tank top of this one myself. Already came in the mail. Love the design. Came out very good quality. But yeah, you can get that one. And then, of course, our limited edition one, which is only going to be available up to the next show, which I believe is going to be in early August, is this one, which really cool if you know about comic books here. Uh, the names here with Tim, Mike, Huck, Derek were all different superhero themed designs here for the name. So, what I mean by that, Captain America for Tim, the Punisher for Mike, Batman for Huck, and Incredible Hulk for Derek. Very cool designs that Derek put together. So, really like that. Really appreciate that. Uh, Once again, that one's going to be a limited edition one. So, don't miss out on that one. Don't miss out on the other designs. Easy way, fun way to support the channel. And you get stuff you can actually wear, which is really cool too. So it's just kind of fun. Uh, and then, of course, we had an Amazon deal video drop this morning, which was great. If you missed out on that, there's some really good deals going on right now for 4Ks, Blu-rays, things of that nature. Some stuff I was kind of shocked by. And there's a lot of like coupons going on right now on Amazon, which is fantastic. So yeah, definitely take a look at that. And then of course the rest of the week we'll have a physical media news topic story come out tomorrow. We'll have some movie number episodes later on in the week. We might have a ranking video later on in the week. So a lot of fun stuff coming out. And then of course, out of the theater reactions for tons of new movies coming out. I'm going to be reacting to Elemental soon. And then of course, following weekend, whatever comes out. But let's go ahead and check into these comments for the Ask Anything section. Let's see. We got Emlo saying, any new Funko Pops? I do. And I'm glad you mentioned that. Usually people will have to wait for the haul video to see these Funko Pops. But because you asked, Emlo, and I got to deliver. I got to deliver because you brought it up. So let me show you a few Funko Pops. So got these at Target. So we got have no idea how to say the name, but one of the goddesses from Moon Knight, right? The hippo looking one. Uh, yeah, very cool. Once again, a limited edition one. Yeah, happy to get that one. That was nice. All right, and then Amazing Anna wanted this one. We got Ariel, only at Target, Diamond Edition, right? So the new Ariel from the new live action Little Mermaid movie. Yeah, you can see the hair is very glittery, right? Because it's Diamond Edition. So is the dress. So I know she wanted that one. And then, oh, the one I picked out, the one I really wanted from the new Across the Spider Verse movie, and that was Medieval Vulture. I just really like the design on this character. I thought it was really unique how they did that in the movie too, to give us something different. I've always enjoyed the Vulture, but to see him medieval style, just so interesting, right? Very, very cool looking. Yeah, very cool looking. But those are the few Funko Pops I picked up recently. But there you go. Let's see. Caveman Movies and More saying Caesar Romero made a great old school Joker. I feel Jack Nicholson based his portrayal more on him than any other. Yep, definitely makes sense. Yeah, Cesar Romero, the one from the Adam West series. Yep. Internal Melancholy saying, I'm just staying home. My Target movies are coming today. I'll probably watch The Godfather. Nice. Yeah, I already had one Target order came in. My Uncharted, my Super Mario Bros, and what was the other one I ordered? Dungeons and Dragons. So that one came in. I'm still waiting on the other one. I think it's gonna come in today that has my Indiana Jones Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and then the other two ones on there. What did I have? Oh, the two Jumanji steelbooks. So three steelbooks for the price of two. That was awesome. Yeah, if you guys have not yet taken part in that Target deal yet, that sale, I would say check out my Target tutorial video that I did not too long ago, just to listen to how to best utilize the strategy to maximize your savings. And it's a quick video too, so check that out and then see if there's anything in the sale you want. But yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, I'm excited for you to watch The Godfather though, because your first time watch on that one, right? I'll be curious to hear your thoughts on it. I love that movie. To me, it's one of my more favorite classic movies. It's one of my favorite crime dramas out there. I just really like that first Godfather in particular. John Joe Gigolo says, "What's the next movie you're excited for at the theater?" I mean, The Flash was my most anticipated one, but now that's done. I saw that already. My next one, oh, it's tough because I think I felt like we got all the best summer movies already. You know what? I think it's gonna be Oppenheimer. I'm very excited to see Oppenheimer on an IMAX screen. I have to see it on IMAX. Now, Christopher Nolan movies are hit or miss for me. I either love them a lot or I despise them. So it's going to go either way on that one. But I have a good feeling. I just have a good feeling about this one. So I'm really looking forward to that theater experience to see the explosions on the IMAX screen with the amazing speakers. I think that's going to be a really unique experience. So I'm ready for that. Craig saying, "Are you going to have Indiana Jones pregame show?" You know what? I was trying to get something going for that because I really wanted to do a pregame and a postgame show. But you know what? I could not find enough Indiana Jones fans out there. I was shocked. I was shocked. Or maybe I haven't reached out to the correct people yet. But if anybody out there in the YouTube space, wants to do an Indiana Jones pregame and postgame show, let me know. Hit me up on Instagram. Just let me know and if we can get a panel going together for that, I'm absolutely down to do that. I need to find the people for it. And I haven't been able to find the people. Some people I've talked to are like, yeah, I don't know if we're gonna go see it in theaters. Definitely don't know if we're gonna go opening weekend. Some people just don't seem as excited for the movie. And I'm like, really? Wow. I guess people were damaged by Crystal Skull. People are still recovering from that one, I guess. Let's see. Dimension Shot says, "Are you interested in picking up Enter the Dragon for the first time ever on 4K?" I've never seen that movie, so should I be interested in it? I think I've heard good things. Um, yeah, so I might think about it. I've just never seen the movie, so it's not one I'm like, oh, I need it right away because it would be a blind buy. But if I got it in a sale, maybe. Internal Melancholy says, "Do you keep your movies in the room with your Funkos?" Oh, they're in another room. Yeah, I know. I wish they were here, then I could grab them off the shelf and show y'all. No. So this is like my game room with all my Funkos and other collectibles. And then my movies are in my living room next to the TV, right? The 4K player. So yeah, they're in two separate rooms. So yeah, that's why it's always like if somebody brings up a movie, I can't pull it if I didn't already bring it. I have to prepare. I got plan ahead. Let's see. Caveman Movies and More saying, speaking of Adam West, I finally opened up my PS4 uh, 13. He does have a voice for the video game. Nice. Oh, which one is that? Which game is that? Dimension Scott saying, I haven't seen The Flash yet, but what are your thoughts on the box office numbers? Doesn't seem, yeah, it looks awful. Awful, awful, awful. And I think, once again, it goes back to the problem of Gunn announcing all this new slate of new movies and new direction for the DC. It just gets people not to care about the ones that are coming out. And I'm like, why? Not a good business strategy. Finish up your movies first and then give the announcement. Why do we rush into the announcement? I don't see any business benefit to rushing ahead on that kind of announcement. It made no sense to me. And so I think they got a little too excited. They got a little too excited. They just wanted to blurt everything out. I would have let these movies finish up, promote these last movies, and then announce the next one. So yeah, it doesn't look good. I think this movie is gonna lose money. And yeah, because their projections came in even below. Well, the numbers for the weekend came in even lower than their projections, and the projections already weren't amazing. So yeah, it does not look good. Not look good. Yeah. Let's see. Dimension Scott says, "Do you use eBay?" You know what? I've never been an eBay person. I'm more like an Amazon person. I don't know. Once again, I haven't used eBay. Everybody says they find great stuff on eBay's and these giant pickup hauls, and you can really do stuff with eBay. But I never got into eBay. eBay's always been a little bit more like, do I trust eBay? Do I not trust eBay? I don't know. Yeah, so I haven't really used eBay yet. But once again, usually most of the stuff I can find on other sites like Amazon, so there hasn't been that item yet where I'm like, "Ooh, I need to use eBay yet." So I think I maybe used eBay, what, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 times in my life, but not a whole lot. Let's see. John Joe Gigolo says, "I'm excited for Mission Impossible 7 next. Do you happen game at all?" Do I game at all? Not as much in the gaming anymore since starting the channel. I'm watching so much movies that takes up a lot of time. But occasionally, if I have friends over, I'll play some Super Smash Bros. Things of that nature, right? Mortal Kombat, like quick, easy fighting games to get into. I used to game a lot back in the day. That used to be my thing though. And I would play like a lot of the PlayStation exclusives like Twisted Metal, God of War, Uncharted, that type of stuff. So I used to be in that, but it's just so time consuming. And with everything I do now, it's tougher to get, into like a longer game that requires so much time. Um, but fighting games, I will occasionally play, but I'm very tempted by that new Mortal Kombat game. That those trailers look so cool. But yeah, Caveman Movies and More. You didn't reach out to me. Caveman Movies and More. You're down for Indiana Jones? Is that what you're saying? All right, yeah. Remind me of this. Hit me up on Instagram, and we'll get it going. Yes. All right, there we go. We got one person. Probably need to gather a few more people, but yeah. We Miss Caveman and I are in the process of rewatching all the Indiana Jones. See, you're gonna be prepped for the show then. Yeah, yeah. Just hit me up on Instagram and then I'll remember for sure. Dimension Scott says, "Enter the Dragon" is a martial arts film starring Bruce Lee before he passed away in real life. Well, it might be a great first time watch then for me. Actually, that is kind of a blind spot area for me. A lot of the martial arts movies, besides like Mortal Kombat, obviously, but a lot of the Bruce Lee stuff, I haven't really seen much of the martial arts stuff. Like even Jackie Chan stuff. Like I know, the mainstream like Rush Hour stuff, but have I seen a lot of the other Jackie Chan movies? No, I have not. So that is definitely a blind spot watching area for me. I should check more out. Let's see. John Joe says, embarrassing confession. I'm a big movie watcher, and Indiana Jones is a huge blind spot. Never seen one. Woo! Gotta watch those. At least the first three. Um, yeah, first three are really, really good. Let's see, internal melancholy. If you were rich, what would you do with all the money? I'd buy a big house and one room for arcade games. Ooh, an arcade room would be fantastic. I would absolutely need one of those to have all my Mortal Kombat arcade machines set up. That'd be great. And then a movie theater. Ooh, in an in-home movie theater with some really nice luxury seats. Ooh, a really big projection. Mm, yeah, definitely would love a in-home movie theater. Caveman movies and more. Let's see. 13 is the name of the game, but in Roman numeral numbers. It's similar to the old school GoldenEye game, first person shooter, story driven video game. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I've never even heard of that one, I don't think. I know GoldenEye though. I remember playing GoldenEye back in the day. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, well, there we go. I think we got through all the comments and questions here. Well, there we go. Thank you all so much for joining me this morning to talk some movie news and just be updated on what's going on in everybody's life out there. So once again, a special shout out to the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day again. And then just in general to everybody, thank you for joining in. Hope everybody has a great day out there. Go ahead and watch some movies. Once again, go see The Flash if you have not yet seen it and you're a big superhero fan. That way we can post game uh, this week. But yeah, have a great day, everybody. Have a good one out there.